Right, so what is the purpose of the drummer in this dragon movie? Motivation. What else? Synchronize. What happens when the rowing is not synchronized? Slow down. You can go in different directions. Okay, so if the left hand side is stronger than the right hand side, you may be turning right. Right. So you need to synchronize so that everybody rows in the same direction, or everybody rows at the same time. If it's not the same time, you may be slower, or you may be going in circles also. So that's the purpose of a drummer, to look at the people, make sure everybody does the right thing, make sure that you can give some encouragement, make sure you can also set the pace, yeah, etc. So that's a drummer's role. What about this person? What is the role of this person? This one of the cat, what's the role? What is she doing? He's the leader, shouting. Okay, shouting. Okay, so the leader shouts at people. Okay. What else? What else is she doing? Monitor the progress. Okay. Where is her hand? What's this? Well, this one's the fin. The fin sets the direction. Okay, so if we are going a bit left, you will need to set the fin so that it go a bit right. Right. So this one is the one that sets the direction. Can she make the boat faster? No. So this is the only direction. So if in this case, if you are looking at this picture, really who is the leader? Both 1 and 2. These two people are leaders. Right? It's not one person that is the leader. One will manage the pace of the team. The other one will manage the direction of the team. Right? There is no one clear leader. Okay, now the people doing the job, who that's rowing, are they just doing the job, or do they also give feedback to the leaders? If they give feedback, then how do they give feedback to the leaders? Yeah. There is actually feedback from them, yes. Maybe they shout. Actually, they give feedback from their actions. Yeah, meaning that, you see, the thing is, when you row from point A to point B, can you row at maximum speed throughout? You can't. You get tired, right? So the drummer needs to see what is the stamina, what is the strength of the members. You cannot be always at full speed. So whenever the rowers are a bit tired, or if the direction is like going snaking really, because one side is stronger than the other side, the drummer may need to control the pace. Right? The person setting the direction also, if one side is stronger than the other side, we are veering towards a different direction, you need to steer the whole thing back to your original course. Right? So the people doing a job are actually giving feedback, not verbal feedback, but through their actions to the leaders what to do. So if the drummer finds that everybody is a bit tiring, you need to slower the pace. Right? Between a slower pace and a consistent pace, which one? Oh, wait, sorry. Between a faster pace and a more consistent pace, which one is more important to this area? Consistent. Right? You can be fast, but if you are fast unevenly, you will be going in circles. Right? So it's better to be slower a bit, but more consistent. So the drummer needs to be observant on whoever is doing. So in a way, this is different from managers. Managers is looking at what I need to do, I just give to someone else. I'm not looking at individually what is happening to them and how should I control the pace. And of course, everybody is right. Leader sets the direction. And drummer will need to control the pace. Those both are leadership roles. And This picture also tells us that in Asian cultures, right, whether it's Malay, Chinese, or any other races in Asia, in Asian cultures it is possible to have more than one leader. It doesn't mean, usually, in Chinese saying, they're saying one mountain cannot have two tigers. Right, so the two tigers will kill each other. Right, but it depends on how you arrange the work. In dragon boating, this is a traditional, very traditional, thousands of years Chinese exercise. You can have two leaders as long as the leadership duties are being allocated well. One sets the direction, one sets the pace. Everybody's happy. Right? So you can have more than one leader. So what do managers want and what do leaders do? Managers basically wants to know what actions and exactly what actions I should undertake to fulfill our strategy and vision. So yes, managers manages the work. What are the tasks? What needs to be done? When it needs to be done? Who needs to do what? Okay, so it's very task focused, and it's very much the focus of what is the pace of work, what is your deadlines, and so on. So we are looking at number one, I want to know whether my performance where it should be, or my team's performance where it should be. What is good, what is not good. If your leader is the boss, or the manager is the boss, constructive feedback from my boss is helping improve my performance. So managers will try to improve the team's performance, work related. And my boss holds people accountable for their performance. Meaning, as manager, if someone is not performing to your expectations, you can punish them, you can give them feedback, you can do something to make sure that they improve their performance. Right? And if someone actually performs the performance as manager, you can reward them. Okay, so this is a managerial work. Then the other part is leadership. Leadership is more like aspiration. The work I do makes a difference in people's lives. This is leader. So we are looking at a higher order. Leaders, basically, if your boss is a leader, so you'll feel that I am confident that we can solve any problem or challenge. Leaders give people confidence. Also, my boss, if the boss is a leader, my boss challenges me to grow and achieve beyond my expectations. So it's not just managing what you do and can be better. Actually, I throw you a challenge and see whether you can actually make a bigger challenge. And I'm proud to be associated with my boss. Right now, talking about boss, leader, and all that, and talking about Apple. What's the name of Apple's founder? Steve Jobs, right? Is Steve Jobs a good manager or a good leader? Okay, why leader? Why not manager? Okay, he's got vision. What else? Why is he not a good manager? Steve Jobs is a horrible, horrible manager, but a very good leader. And why is he a bad manager? Bring back this, right? Steve Jobs likes to set very high goals, very high standards, and so that's good. And he's got, as Lord Sammy says, he's got very creative visions. He's able to lead the market very well, and a lot of people are excited by his vision, right? One of the earliest laptops, commercialized laptops, is actually Apple. Apple came out with the MacBooks many years ago, way before the major ones. And Apple's laptops has always been the Macintosh. That means from day one, the laptops is always graphical user, what we see today, Windows-based. Now, Steve Jobs, when he was trying to inspire his team to do the laptop, what it does is he get a styrofoam box. You know what styrofoam box? The white color styrofoam box. Cut it into half and stick it as like a child masa, a little bag, and draw whatever he likes, the features on it, and carry around in his office all day long. The whole idea is to remind his people that there is a huge challenge. How can we shrink a whole computer with not a shrink but lower grade version, with full version computer. How can we shrink that and make it a flat thing as a laptop and carry it around? So it challenges his team all the time. So in that sense, he's a good leader. Also in the first generation of Macintosh, the first generation of the graphical user interface computer, he actually made his team to sign their names on the internal part of the casing. Right, that one is documented. There's a YouTube video on that. So he's able to get people to have a sense of pride in their work and deliver the best. So that's part. He's a good leader. Now, why is he a bad manager? Steve Jobs tend to fire people for no reason. Anything that is unhappy, you can be here today and gone tomorrow. Right? So he can be very temperamental. Number two, his expectations are very high, and he expects that of everyone. So at any one point of time, he don't care about what are the costs, and say ask for delay, ask for redo, ask for rework. Okay, so that's Steve Jobs. Also, if you want to do something for Steve Jobs, what is his most common feedback to you? If you are his employee, you start to report to Steve Jobs, and you did something for him. What is his most common feedback to you? Yes. It's a very bad thing, but this is what he does. Right, you ask you to do something, you did it, you spend like many hours, you work overnight, you really put in a lot of effort, and you did something and give it to him. His feedback is, this is shit. Right? His most common feedback. So people hate him for that. So he's very, he's not a very good manager, he's usually a bad manager. And of course, halfway through Droid's work, he was being fired from his own company and he came back later. So that part is the bad Steve Jobs. Now, what is a good leader? In the sense that when he died, a lot of people actually cried. Right? Even though he can be abusive as a manager, but as a leader, he actually inspires people to perform better. So that's the good and bad about Steve Jobs for both manager and leader point of view. And we can actually put manager roles and leader role into a 2x2 dimension. We can look into if you are neither a manager or a leader, that means both scores are low. This is what we call an aspiring. That means you are a wannabe. You're not a manager, you're not a leader, you're just wannabe. So forget about this. But if you have too much of aspiration, I wouldn't say too much of leadership, I should say too much of aspiring. Leadership, draw big, nice pictures, set directions, but not much of how you can do the work, not much of how you schedule things, get things done. So it's pure leadership, no management. This is what we call dreamer. And these are people who can inspire a lot of things and nothing gets done. The dreamer. The other part is, if you have a lot of management and no leadership, so it's a lot of getting things done, chasing over deadlines, making sure all the things are done correctly. If people are not fulfilling their work, you punish them and punish them heavily. This is what we call the potato. Right? People are not inspired, but they have to do because they are afraid of you. Steve Jobs sometimes can be here. Then, if you're able to combine the two, that would be great. It's what we call a master. Now, coming back to millennials, coming back to the younger generation, which one do you think the younger generation wants to have? Management or leader? Which one? Leader. And younger people like to have leaders, like to have a dreaming and aspiration. So the next question is, we go to the next question. We'll come back to this part as well. Why should anyone be led by you? Since younger people want to have aspiration, want to be inspired, doesn't really like a lot of the management stuff. Wants to have something that relates to them to a higher purpose goal. So why should your staff, why should your team be led by you? Not work for you, but be led by you. Meaning, people work at the company because they are being paid by the company, right? But if you're able to make people willing to be led by you, willing to do a little bit more for you as a leader, then you are going to get better results from the people, especially the younger people, since they like to be inspired so much. So the question is, how to inspire your team? How to make sure that they are, they're going to go a little bit more, giving you a little bit more what I call extra mileage, so that they complete things a bit more for you. Not for the company, but for you as the leader. Right? So is there something that as middle managers we can do to make people go the extra mile just a little bit? Okay, so let's have a brainstorm in your groups. We'll give the flip chart paper and think about why should anyone be led by you? Right? Led by you is not because they're being paid by the company and as a result they have to work, but why should they do a bit more for you? Over and above what they're paid. Can you? Discuss and think about it. Wow, now we are skilled in carrying the flip chart. Can use it. Jot down whatever comes to mind. Yes. What are things that will make what are things that you can do to make your team go the extra mile for you? Right? Can be your own various teams. Yes. Sure. So what's the changes? Something that must have been done that is good, right? And it's not this. We can talk about the scenario, what's the situation, what changed that stabilizes the team. Those are factors as well. That's a big thing. Yes. You. What you can do to make your team go the extra mile for you. Yes. So you cannot say I pay them more. No, that's not up to you to decide. You can't give empty promises. You cannot say pay them more. You cannot say I give them promotion. You're a company, so you can't just give promotions or increase pay. So you can't be one of those. So what else can you do to make your team go the extra mile for you? You can refer back to the motivation parts that we talked about before lunch. Is there anything that you can do to inspire your team to go the extra mile for you?
What do we do?